Hello and welcome back to Driving the Wild Side. I hope you've had a great new year. Welcome to 2024, where today is the day I have a look at some of the cars that American viewers are able to import this year. Now, you are able to import cars from 1999 and we've got some good stuff, so without further ado, let's get into it. The Cleo V6 is a car that was designed by the Max Power era. I mean, it is mental that Renault would stuff a V6 into the middle of this little Clio. I mean, it looks amazing and it sounds like this. Now, what I should mention about these cars is they are not very common. In fact, they were pretty rare. Not many people bought these. And what happened is they are quite feisty when in the handling department, so many people crashed them. As a result, the prices aren't exactly low. But, I mean, Shmee's got one of these. These are brilliant cars, and I think you should consider one. The Clio 172 is the sort of cheap front-wheel drive hot Clio that you could buy alongside the Clio V6. It is still a brilliant little car to have on the back roads, and it is such a fun vehicle, and I would highly recommend you buy it. And all they cost is just over £5,000. The Lotus Elise is a legendary car. Its handling is second to none. This thing is a little pocket rocket and it is a proper British classic. And this year is the second year you are able to import one of these beauties into America. Now, I was just looking for a Series 1 Elise. They're the ones with the circular headlights, not this one. I actually couldn't find a video of a Series 1. So, let's see how much they cost. These cost around 15 grand to get into, but they are so worth it. The BMW Z3M is a car that is legendary in European car culture. This is basically a Mazda MX-5 with a BMW M3 engine. And it's the proper full-fat M3 engine with 320 horsepower under your right foot. And it's now legal to import, so what are you waiting for? Go pick one up, hurry! And I do mean hurry. These things are getting expensive fast. Or for about half the price, you could get yourself into a convertible. The Volkswagen Polo GTI. Now, to say that I love these things would be an understatement. I see these things all the time, and each time I think these things are just so underrated, and they're just awesome. And good news, you can finally import one this year. I mean, you should really go and buy one of these. I know it's got 125 horsepower, but they're so much fun on twisty roads. You won't regret this. I would suggest looking in Europe for earlier models, such as this one. The Alfa Romeo 166 is basically Alfa Romeo's answer to the 5 Series. However, this thing was nowhere near as successful considering its competition. And well, no one really wants to buy an executive saloon with an Alfa Romeo badge. So these things are quite rare. And well, if you think that the 164 is a bit old and too common, well, this is definitely something you should consider importing. And again, I think you should look into European car ads if you want to find early ones. Here's one I've found that comes packing a 3-litre V6 with 250 horsepower. The Peugeot 607 is another executive saloon that you might want to consider if you like the look of the 166. It's nice, it's executive, and it's very menacing. And it even comes with a 3-litre V6 with 200 horsepower. And luckily, they are very, very cheap. Now, on to some JDM stuff. Now, I'm going to start off with this thing, the Nissan Sylvia Spec R. Now, this is a car that people have been waiting to import for years. And, well, you can finally do that. It looks amazing, and I bet you cannot wait to get your hands on one of these and turn it into the drift car of your dreams. Want to start building now? Here's one for £25,000. Now for the Toyota Crown Athlete. The Crown Athlete is basically the sort of fast version of the Toyota Crown, which is Japan's sort of go-to luxury car. This thing's been used as a police car, it's been used as a taxi, I mean, you name it. This thing is brilliant. This thing is very common in Japan. I mean, you won't have trouble finding a decent example. This is powered by a 1JZ or a 2JZ, so basically the same engines as the Supra, and you can even get it as an estate. Thanks to their popularity, these can be had for less than £10,000. And the last JDM car on the list is the Accord Type R. Now this was a Type R that you may never have heard of, and it's brilliant. It's got 209 horsepower from the same engine that's powering the Hot Preludes, and the best thing of all is it is super cheap. Here is one for £5,000. So, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe for more in the future, and until next time, goodbye.